Welcome to my YouTube channel Technology. Today we will discuss about the most famous and currently trending tool in the market. Any guesses? I know, you all have guessed it. It's nothing else but Kubernetes. We're gonna learn about Kubernetes in a short span of time. So without any further delay, let's get into the topic. First of all, what is Kubernetes? Kubernetes is an essential tool in software domain. The name Kubernetes was actually derived from the Greek term helmsman, which means governor or pilot, like container of shipping. In the same way how Kubernetes manages container-based applications. Kubernetes is actually an open source orchestration platform that automates many of the manual processes related to deployment. Orchestration is basically the process of automating tasks needed to manage operations of workloads on different clouds, such as a private cloud as well as public cloud. Kubernetes is also called as K8s. Why the name? It contains 8 letters in between K and S, hence it is called as K8s. It is written in Go language. It helps for the automation of deployment and scaling of containerized applications. It helps to manage containerized workloads. It also helps to effectively manage the clusters. How Kubernetes was originated? Who found it? Who designed it? These are the questions you may have, right? It was originally developed by, Google. It is an open sourced product. It has been free to use since its launch. Till now, it is an open source product only. It was managed by a large community of contributors. It has its roots in Google's internal box system, which was introduced somewhere between 2003 and 2004. The very first version of Kubernetes was launched as Kubernetes version 1.0, which was released on July 21, 2015. So, why Kubernetes? Why Kubernetes is so popular? See, nowadays, companies pursuing Kubernetes as a way to modernize their applications. Why so? Kubernetes operates well in multi-cloud. Whether it is AWS, Azure or Google Cloud, it operates very well. It is so flexible to use. It makes deployment easier. It serves as a basic foundation for cloud-based architectures like serverless architecture and microservice architecture. One such example of serverless architecture is Lambda. You may all have come across it. In serverless architecture, server will be actually there, but we need not maintain or manage those servers. It will be taken care by cloud. So that is about serverless architecture. In microservice architecture, coming to it, there are many number of smallest independent units in a microservice architecture. Unlike monolithic, there will be different independent units. Different services will be running on different unit. So if there is any issue in one particular service, it won't have impact on another service. So that is what we call as microservice architecture. Kubernetes serves as a basic thing for all those things like serverless architecture and microservice architecture. Kubernetes helps to merge code and automate processes like deployment, helps to automate operations and scaling across many containers in any environment at any point of time. It brings new processes for continuous integration and continuous deployment. It provides orchestration for container-based applications. It helps to implement a container-based infrastructure, mainly in production environments. And it delivers so many features like scalability, portability, deployment consistency, and resource optimization too. It serves as a platform for running and managing containers from many container runtimes. You all may have question like how Kubernetes do automation. In what way Kubernetes perform automation? See, the main advantage of Kubernetes is it reduces the manual work. It avoids manual intervention in automating things like deployment. Kubernetes basically automates operational tasks of container management, which includes built-in commands for deploying applications and rolling out changes to our applications. It scales your application up or down based on the requirements. That is basically what we call as auto scaling, right? Kubernetes automates manual processes in deployment, scaling, management, scheduling, service discovery, auto scaling, load balancing, and so many things. It automatically scales up or down based on the needs. It automatically distributes the incoming traffic to different workloads depending upon the requirements. It also helps to monitor your application and workload, thus it making it easier to manage your applications. Also, it provides a clear line of separation between its components and workloads with the help of a new concept called namespaces. That and all we'll see in our future sessions. Coming to Kubernetes components, there are so many components in Kubernetes. The basic components like clusters, nodes, jobs, pods, deployments. First of all, we'll see about nodes. What is node? It's nothing but the physical server. It's almost similar to a VM, virtual machine, that comprises a Kubernetes cluster. What is cluster? Kubernetes cluster is nothing but set of nodes that runs containerized applications. They are lightweight and flexible to use. Pods. Pods are the smallest unit of Kubernetes. It is the most basic unit of Kubernetes. Pods contain one or more containers such as Docker containers. Jobs. Kubernetes jobs helps to create one or more pods, and it tracks the success of pods. It tracks the status of pods, whether the pod is healthy, unhealthy, or dead. It basically tracks its status. And finally, deployments. Deployments are used for the services that are expected to be up and running continuously. We basically deploy our applications, right? So these are the basic components of Kubernetes. We will be elaborately see what is the component, how it works. So each such component will be elaborately covered in my upcoming videos. So that's all about the Kubernetes basics. If you really like this video and find it very useful, please share it to your friends and well-wishers. And please do subscribe to my channel. If you have any queries, please do post it in comment section. Thank you. See you in my next video.